Under a thick layer of moss and dirt, random bricks were uncovered surrounding a 1/8-inch iron pipe. The house was built in the 1920s. It's not a gas or water line, and the house has always had a sewer connection. What is this structure? This could be an old clothesline mooring. Before modern rotary clotheslines or clothes dryers, laundry was hung out to dry on long clotheslines stretched across the yard. These lines needed to be anchored to very sturdy posts to support the weight of wet laundry. This iron pipe, set in a solid foundation of bricks and concrete, would have been one of those support posts. Often there would be 2 such posts in a yard, between which the clothesline would be strung. It's a relic of a bygone era of household chores. Behind a CFO in their office is this corded silver orb thingy. It has what looks like handles on either side and appears to be mounted on some kind of rail or track. What is this distinctive light fixture? This looks like some version of an eyeball lamp, a style of lighting popular in the mid-century modern and space-age design eras. These lamps feature a spherical or semi-spherical housing, the orb, that holds the light bulb and can often be swiveled or aimed. The fact that it's mounted on a track or rail suggests it's part of a track lighting system, which would allow the lamp to be slid up and down the track and positioned exactly where light is needed. The handles would be used for aiming the eyeball of the lamp. These small plastic things with metal loops came in a cheap fishing kit. The top picture shows one open and the bottom one is latched closed. The packaging didn't explain what they were. What is their function? The packaging itself provided the answer. This is a fishing line holder. After tying a fishing rig with its hook, sinker, and leader, you can wrap the entire rig around this small plastic holder. The metal loops or other features would be for securing the hook and the end of the line. This keeps your pre-tied rigs from getting tangled up in your tackle box, so they are ready to be quickly attached to your main fishing line when you're out on the water. It's a simple but neat little organization tool. Seen on an Ontario highway on the back of a transport truck, this is a big cement-looking rectangle. It's old and heavy and the same size and shape as a regular transport container. What is it? This is a frac tank trailer, a piece of equipment used in the oil and gas fields, particularly in hydraulic fracking operations. A frac tank is a large, mobile steel tank used for the temporary storage of liquids, such as water, sand slurries, or flowback fluids, on a drilling site. The cement-looking coating might be years of accumulated grime, sand, and possibly some type of insulating or protective coating that has been applied to it. Despite its appearance, it is a very heavy-duty steel tank designed for industrial use. Spotted at Tetagooch State Park on Minnesota's Lake Superior North Shore, this large metal assembly has stampings on the side indicating it was made in Turkey. It looks like something for a hydroelectric plant or for mining on the Iron Range. What is this massive piece of machinery? This massive piece of equipment is identified as a heavy crusher. Crushers are machines used to reduce the size of large rocks, ore, or other materials. Given its location in northern Minnesota, which is part of the Mesabi Iron Range, it is almost certainly a piece of mining equipment. It was likely used to crush iron ore as one of the first steps in the process of extracting the iron. Heavy-duty industrial machinery like this is often manufactured internationally, hence the Made in Turkey stamping, and shipped to mining operations around the world via ports like the Port of Duluth. Sorting through a late grandma's belongings, this old small bronze pot with images of figures dancing on the side was found. It's guessed to be from India, as her mother was Anglo-Indian and moved to the UK at the turn of the 20th century. What was its original purpose? This small pot is a panchpatra, a vessel used in Hindu religious rituals, pujas. The pot is used to hold holy water, Ganga Jal, or other sacred liquids. An accompanying small spoon, called a pali, is used to dispense the water for purification rituals, offerings to deities, or for devotees to sip. The dancing figures depicted on the side are likely religious or mythological figures from the Hindu pantheon. It's a significant ritual object in Hinduism, and its origin in India is very likely correct, given the family's history. Found while metal detecting on a farm in Virginia, this copper item seems to have a lid fused to the bottom. What could this small consumer goods container have held? This looks like it was just a small container for some type of consumer good that would be dipped into. In the past, many products came in small, shallow, round metal tins made of copper, brass, or tin-plated steel. This could have been a container for smokeless tobacco, snuff, hair pomade, shoe polish, dubbin for waterproofing leather, or a medicinal salve. Over many years of being buried in the ground, corrosion could easily fuse the lid permanently to the base of the container. The specific product it held would be impossible to determine without any remaining markings. Yarn is sewn through plastic grids to make a shape. It has a hole at the bottom and a hatch at the top. The finder assumes it's to hold something, maybe a very large tissue box or plastic bags. The construction is nice, but couldn't withstand too much weight. What is it? This craft item is made using a technique called plastic canvas needlepoint, and yes, it is designed to be a holder for used plastic grocery bags. This was a very popular and practical craft project, especially a few decades ago. You would stuff your empty plastic grocery bags in through the hatch at the top. The hole at the bottom is for pulling them out, one at a time, for reuse as trash can liners or for other purposes. They often came in kits with different designs like houses, cars, or animals, and could be hung on a wall in the kitchen or pantry. This Leaky wall-mounted dome was seen in a doorway in a house for sale in western Pennsylvania. Another one was on a wall. Both were mounted very low, below knee height, and the owners had cats. What is this? This is a wall-mounted catnip ball. It's a type of cat toy that consists of a ball of compressed catnip that is set into a holder. The holder can then be attached to a wall, a cabinet, or a piece of furniture, usually with an adhesive backing. The cat can then lick, rub against, and enjoy the stimulating effects of the catnip at its leisure. The clear dome is a cover that can be placed over the catnip ball to keep it fresh when not in use or if the cat needs a break from the nip. Under the sink in a bathroom and a kitchen, this plastic piece with a button is found. Pressing the button does nothing. The property management of the rental has no idea what it is. What is it, and why is it in such an odd location? This plastic piece looks exactly like a standard doorbell button. Its purpose is to complete an electrical circuit when pressed, sending a signal to a chime. Why it's located under a sink is a complete mystery and certainly not a standard installation. It's possible a previous tenant installed it for some unconventional purpose, perhaps as a makeshift panic button, a switch for a small hidden light, or part of a DIY project, and then abandoned it. Or it could simply be a leftover part from another job that was inexplicably mounted there. This is a 1-inch by 1.5-inch white plastic cone thing or cap found in a dog's bed. It looks sort of like an espresso pod, but is not. What is this common piece of kitchen packaging? This is the end cap from a roll of cling wrap, aluminum foil, or parchment paper. The cardboard tube on which these products are wound is held in the dispenser box by 2 of these plastic inserts, one at each end. These caps have a small spindle that allows the roll to spin freely inside the box as you pull the product out. It's a very common piece of packaging that can easily fall out of an empty box and end up on the floor, where a curious dog might find it and carry it to its bed. Found in a box of lead ingots, these metal rods are 13.25 inches long. The lettering says Spec 5050 St. Joe 5050A. They don't look or feel like lead, but have some weight. What are they? These are bars of 50/50 solder. Solder is a metal alloy used to create a permanent bond between metal workpieces, such as in plumbing or electronics. 50/50 refers to the composition of the alloy. 50% tin, and 50% lead. This was a very common type of general-purpose solder, especially for plumbing work to join copper pipes, before lead-free solders became mandatory for potable water applications. St. Joe was likely the brand or manufacturer. They are often sold in these 1-pound bars for professional use. This well-crafted wooden 18-inch tall thing was found in a thrift store in West Virginia for $2. What is this elegant piece of furniture? This is a mid-century artisan tabletop book stand. It's a small, elegant piece of furniture designed to sit on a table or desk and hold one or more books, often a large reference book like a dictionary or a Bible, open for easy reading and display. The slanted top surface provides a comfortable viewing angle. The estimated worth of $600 suggests it is a high-quality, possibly designer piece from the mid-century modern era, known for its clean lines and fine craftsmanship. A great find for $2. This squishy foam, quite solid feeling piece was found in a used motorhome. What is this specific plumbing component for? This is a seal or gasket for a gray water dump adapter. In an RV or motorhome, the gray water tank holds the wastewater from the sinks and shower. To empty the tank, you connect a large sewer hose to the dump valve. This foam seal would be part of the adapter fitting that connects the sewer hose to the campground sewer inlet, ensuring a tight, leak-proof and odor-proof connection during the dumping process. It is an essential, if unglamorous, part of RV sanitation equipment. This kitchen utensil from the brand WMF has a sharp hook and various curves. What is this multifunction gadget for? This is a clever tool with two functions related to boiling eggs. The sharp point at the top is an egg piercer. Before boiling an egg, some people poke a tiny hole in the large end of the shell. This is said to release a small amount of air, which can prevent the eggshell from cracking during boiling. The bottom, hooked part of the tool is then used to safely lower the egg into the boiling water and to retrieve it again once it's cooked, without burning your fingers. WMF is a well-known German brand of high-quality kitchenware. Charmidon? Found in a used motorhome, this metal item weighs a few ounces. What is this small, decorative automotive part? This is a part of a decorative wheel or lug nut cover. Many vehicles, especially RVs, trucks, and older cars, have chrome-plated plastic or metal covers that snap over the standard steel lug nuts. These serve a purely cosmetic purpose, giving the wheels a more finished and shiny appearance. This found piece is likely the central medallion or a component of one of these larger lug nut covers that has broken off. The example link shows a complete assembly, highlighting how this piece would fit into a larger decorative hole. These are two random parts, possibly from a kitchen appliance. The white one with 6 circles is plastic, and the grooved silver thing is some kind of coated metal. They have been in a kitchen cabinet for 10-15 years. What are they? Both of these items are identified as refrigerator trays or accessories. The white plastic tray with 6 circles is likely an egg holder designed to sit on a refrigerator shelf and keep eggs organized. The grooved silver-colored metal tray is probably a drip tray or a can holder. Some refrigerators come with these specialized racks that can be used to stack cans of soda horizontally, saving space on the shelf, or as a shallow tray for defrosting meats or holding items that might leak. They are common, if often unused, accessories that come with a new fridge. This is a black broken piece of plastic with a non-stick grip on one side. It was found on the floor, and the finder can't figure out where it came from. The finder finally figured it out. It's a broken piece of a hanger clip used to hold pants. Many clothes hangers have 2 adjustable clips that slide along the bottom bar. These clips are used to hang pants or skirts by the waistband. The inside of the clip often has a non-stick grip, which is a soft pad or a rubberized insert to hold the garment securely without damaging the fabric. This is simply a fragment of one of these common closet accessories that has broken due to age or stress. Found outside an apartment, this all-metal object looks like it could be a part of a telescope. What is this precision optical instrument component? That's actually part of a sextant or a similar navigational or surveying instrument, not a telescope in the usual sense. The round, gear-looking bit with degree markings is a key clue for angular measurement. A sextant is used to measure the angle between two visible objects, most famously between a celestial body, like the sun or a star, and the horizon for celestial navigation. What you have is likely a detached scope or sighting tube from one of these instruments. It would be used to get a magnified view of the objects being measured, but it's part of a larger angle measuring device. This is an elastic band with a hook on it. These were found on a bookshelf with school supplies, but their origin is uncertain. The finder's wife recognized them, but can't remember their use. What are they? These are small bungee cords or elastic bands specifically designed for wrapping and organizing cables and cords. The elastic band is wrapped around a coiled-up power cord, set of charging cables, or bundle of computer wires. The hook at the end is then used to secure the band to itself, keeping the bundle neat and tidy for storage or travel. They are a simple but very useful accessory for managing the tangle of cables that comes with modern electronics. In the woods near the Potomac River in Maryland, this station has no signage. What is this piece of public utility infrastructure? This is part of the Washington Aqueduct, the public water supply system for Washington, D.C. and its surrounding areas. The aqueduct system, which includes dams, conduits, and reservoirs, brings water from the Potomac River to treatment plants. This structure is a valve station along the route. These stations contain large valves that are used to control the flow of water through the large aqueduct pipes or conduits. Its location along Burma Road in the C&O Canal National Historical Park is consistent with the known path of the aqueduct. This metal top, about 1.5 inches in diameter, just popped a tire with a good-sized hole. It is metal and magnetic. What is this sturdy, puncture-causing object? This is a part of a one-way valve, specifically from a hand water pump, like the kind used to get water from a well or in a campsite. These pumps have a valve at the bottom, a foot valve, and another one in the piston. This metal and likely leather or rubber disc is a key component of that valve system. It lifts to let water in when the handle is moved one way and then seals shut to allow that water to be lifted on the next stroke. Its heavy, durable construction makes it a significant hazard if dropped on a road. Found on a sidewalk in northwest Chicago, this metallic, non-magnetic object is heavy for its size and about 1 centimeter long. The finder thought it was a spent 9mm bullet with a copper casing, but the cop who came to pick it up said it was a rock. Was the cop right? No, the cop was almost certainly incorrect or dismissive. The finder's initial identification was right on the money. This is a spent bullet, probably a 9mm full metal jacket, FMJ round. A non-magnetic copper jacket over a heavy lid core is the standard construction. After being fired, the bullet can become deformed upon impact, but its basic components and weight-to-size ratio are very distinctive. The lack of a casing means it's just the projectile, not an unfired cartridge. Why the officer dismissed it is another question, but it is indeed a bullet. This tool for a power tool has a metal handle that turns an Allen key, while another rod ends in a dull point and doesn't move. The finder thinks it's for a scroll saw. Are they right? Yes, this is a tool for changing blades on a scroll saw. Scroll saws use very fine, thin blades that are held under tension. This combination tool makes the often fiddly process of changing these blades easier. The Allen key part is used to loosen and tighten the clamps that hold the blade in place. The other non-moving rod with a dull point might be used to help position the blade in the lower clamp or to align other parts of the machine during the blade changing process. It is a specific, purpose-built tool for that one task. This lightweight gray cylindrical rod has splintered ends. It's made of a thin, fiber-like material about 8 inches long and 3/4 inch thick. It makes a higher-pitched tinking noise like ceramic when tapped. What is it? This is a fiberglass rod, specifically the kind sometimes used as alignment and locking pins in stacked, mortarless retaining wall block systems. These segmental retaining wall blocks often have holes or channels cast into them. As the blocks are stacked, these strong, weatherproof fiberglass rods are inserted through the holes, passing from an upper block into a lower one. This provides shear strength and helps to lock the blocks together, preventing them from shifting or being pushed out by the pressure of the soil behind the wall. The splintered ends are characteristic of fiberglass when it breaks. This black plastic-handled electronic key is marked with an S and is roughly 2 inches by 0.5 inches. It was found in a scavenged desk in California. What is this security key for? This is a security device required to start a car, specifically a type of starter interrupt or kill switch key. These are aftermarket security systems. A receiver is wired into the car's starter circuit. To start the car, the driver must first insert this key into a corresponding receptacle on the dashboard or console. This completes the circuit and allows the car to start. Without this specific key, the starter is disabled, making the car much harder to steal. The commenter has one, confirming its use as an anti-theft device. This small plastic sphere with liquid inside is about 1 inch in diameter and was found at SeaWorld in a picnic area. What is it? This is a reusable ice cube. These are small, sealed plastic containers, often shaped like spheres, fruits, or cubes that are filled with water or a freezer gel. You place them in your freezer to freeze them solid. Then you can add them to your drink to keep it cool, just like regular ice. The advantage is that as they warm up, they don't melt and dilute your beverage. After use, you just rinse them off and put them back in the freezer. They are a common, inexpensive item for picnics and home use. Found amongst assorted things, this has what appears to be a gold or bronze-colored material in the tube and numbers on an inner ring. It had a bit of a nautical vibe. It seems to have a receiver of some kind on either side, not threaded. Any ideas? This instrument is identified as a Spanish dip needle or a miner's compass. A dip needle does not point to magnetic north like a regular compass. Instead, it is a compass needle that is balanced to pivot vertically. It is used to measure the angle of the Earth's magnetic field relative to the horizontal. This magnetic dip angle changes with latitude and can also be affected by large deposits of magnetic ore, like iron ore. Prospectors and miners used these instruments to help locate potential ore bodies underground. It is a specialized geological surveying tool. This blue metal box with large cables is at an Expo hall. The finder guesses it may be a Wi-Fi device. What is its actual high-power purpose? This is an electrical distribution box, sometimes called a distro box or a spider box. It's a portable power distribution unit used for temporary events like concerts, trade shows in an expo hall, or on construction sites. The very large cables are the high-amperage feeder cables that bring power to the box from a generator or a main power panel. The large connectors are called camlock connectors. The box then distributes this power to multiple, smaller, standard outlets on the box, allowing many different lights, sound systems, and other equipment to be plugged in safely. This non-magnetic brass alloy object stamped NEW was dug up in a front yard in Austin, TX, near old railroad tracks and a former fuel terminal. It has a flattened, curved back like it was bolted to something. Theories include a railcar brake part or oil field equipment. What could it be? Given its brass, non-ferrous construction and its likely function, this could be part of a rotating sprinkler head, especially an older, impact-style sprinkler. These sprinklers often have internal components made of brass for durability and corrosion resistance. The complex shape, resembling a gear pal, could be part of the mechanism that uses the force of the water to make the sprinkler head rotate step by step, ensuring it waters a full circle. The NEW stamping might be part of a brand name like Newell or an abbreviation. It's a plausible piece of vintage irrigation hardware. Two large, presumably metal tanks are being hauled by a truck. The finder's guess is that they're large smokers for barbecue, but they couldn't find a matching picture online. What are these industrial vessels? These are steam generators going to the oil fields. In some oil extraction processes, especially for heavy crude oil, which is very thick and viscous, steam is injected deep underground into the oil reservoir. The heat from the steam thins the heavy oil, making it less viscous and allowing it to flow more easily to the production well, where it can then be pumped to the surface. These large transportable units are essentially industrial boilers designed to produce the large quantities of high-pressure steam required for this steam flooding or steam injection enhanced oil recovery technique. Found in a car, this is a black silky fabric thing about 5 feet long. It's an irregular but symmetrical shape, has little weights or magnets sewn into several parts of the edge, and includes a drawstring bag. What is it for? This is a windscreen cover held on by magnets designed to help avoid winter frosts. Before heading out on a cold winter morning, you place this cover over the outside of your car's windscreen. The magnets or weights sewn into the edges hold it in place, often by trapping the side flaps in the car doors. The cover prevents frost, ice, and snow from forming directly on the glass. In the morning, you simply peel off the cover, along with the frost, leaving a clear windscreen and saving you the time and effort of scraping. The drawstring bag is for easy storage in the car. Found amongst tools, this steel object is threaded but has no opening at the bottom. What is this specialized plumbing tool? This is a Crocs tool. It is an expertly designed plumbing tool used for forming a secure Crocs ring on copper pipes. This process is an alternative to soldering or using standard compression fittings. The tool is used to create a flared or swagged ring on the end of a copper pipe. A nut is then slid over this ring, and this allows for a reliable mechanical connection to other fittings. It's a specific type of flaring or shaping tool for creating a particular style of joint on copper plumbing lines.
If you love uncovering strange and mysterious objects, hit that like button and subscribe. Stay curious. More finds coming soon.